Hello, Chris McCraw here. I'm Mercury with Happy Camp Republic. You can find us at happycamprepublic.info. What this video is about is the problem. This is what current thinking economists see as a problem with implementation of a resource-based economy, and that is the inability to find a price. Now, I do agree with Mises on some points that, one, personal property rights are essential to a just economic system. Two, that we must have a free means of exchange of value. And that three, there must also be a honest money system in place. So that would be something based on a commodity such as gold or silver. Now, most of the proponents of RBE say that there's a problem with RBE being implemented because there's the inability to find price. And then they compare that to socialist, central controlled socialist, collectivist, corporation controlled entities which have means of production, and they are unable to find an adequate price for the demand. And here's one example. I'm trying to obtain a piece of equipment for my mining operation. And, here's what it says. Due to the high price of gold and popularity of new prospecting TV shows and an abundance of media coverage, sales are very brisk. Manufacturers often cannot keep up with the demand. We tried best to work with the manufacturers to anticipate the needs of the market, but ultimately it is impossible to keep every item in stock at all times. Currently, we allow our customers to pre-order equipment that has been promised to us by our manufacturers and suppliers. This ensures that our customers are very satisfied, are very first to receive new equipment. Pre-ordered items are given priority and will be sent as soon as they arrive. We greatly appreciate your understanding and patience when it comes to unavoidable delays. We know you have plans to use your new equipment, and waiting can be frustrating. We encourage you to communicate your needs with us. Give us an opportunity to meet your expectations and avoid possible disappointment. So, obviously, because when you hear these proponents, they're all talking about, oh, the entrepreneur has data available to them because they know the price and they are able to make a profit and satisfy demand. Now, see, that's just a problem, is they can't gauge demand. Like, I've been wanting this thing for more than a year. So, in a resource-based economy, we would want to know how many people would like to have this thing, okay? And that data could be collected very easily, just like we like things on Facebook or something like that. Okay, so if you like a product or something, well, if that data was recorded, we would know a theoretical demand because this person has expressed a need for the product or a desire to acquire the product, good or service. Okay, and and then we might ask them, well, when would you like to obtain this product? Because they may not need it right now. They may need it in 6 months or something. Okay, so they say that. Okay, I need that in 6 months. No problem. We can tick it out 6 months, and Oh, and oh, you're able to pay for it right now, or you're able to give us something of consideration right now for that thing? Outstanding. And, the manufacturer or producer could accept that compensation at that time, and they could use that for production of more immediate orders, because somebody who really needs it and is going to put it to use right now, So in an RBE economy, I think we could quite possibly, if we had the data collecting infrastructure, that we could anticipate demand for these high value specialty items. And that's really the problem with RBE, because we can generally estimate how much water we're going to need, how much housing we're going to need, how much food we're going to need, how much clothing we're going to need. We can, for the amount of people that are participating, we can meet those needs, or we can estimate or gauge those needs pretty precisely. So it's really just a question of just in time delivery of those resources. And if you have that resource and you're able to provide it to someone else who needs it right now, whose need is immediate, and like I said, there was a data system that hooked you up, so you could transfer that resource to the person that needs it. That's the block to a free, resource-based economy getting going. It's more of this being able to collect this data. And like I said, and Mises says that this is the only way. Well, he's not saying it's the only way it can be done, but he's saying that these are essential elements, and I agree with him. We got to have private property. We got to have free means of exchange, and the bottom line is it has to. If we are going to choose to have it in some kind of a currency, it has to have some kind of intrinsic value. So these things aren't going to go away in a resource-based economy, but we're trying to make the essentials for life. We're not making we don't need, there's a lot of things that, make life easier and better and bring a higher quality of life. Well, let's get those devices, those gadgets in the hands of the people that need them. And, and for the people that need less, it's not socialism. It's not communism. That's why you have private property. And then they said the motivation problem too. There's the problem with the motivation problem with who's going to take out the trash. Well, I don't know. I take out my own trash, and I have to collect up my trash, take it to the transfer station, which is like 5 miles away, and pay to have them accept it at the collection point. So I'm able to take out, and most everybody else takes out their own trash, and I don't have a problem, because my neighbor does it for me, of when I'm driving by, hey, you got any trash? It's no big deal. So, and I don't have to get any monetary compensation to offer that service, just like my neighbor doesn't do that, or does that with me, so, resource. So, there is no price, there is no cost of production. That's just a service being offered, because it's available. And, my neighbor is hooking up with me because he's traveling down the driveway and offers that service to me, and I'm under no obligation to accept or deny it or whatever. It's just offered to me. So, That's the key with the RBE economy. We need to know. We need to hook up, like I said, to hook up the supplies, the suppliers, with the people that that have the need or want for it. And that's two different. There's two different things. You know, if you need something, that's totally different than a want. You know, so we identify the degree of demand that would be essential in a resource-based economy, and then I don't think it should be essential in providing the service, but maybe in how quickly they're able to obtain the service. How useful are they to the resource-based economy community or whatever, so maybe there's some kind of rating system or something. If you're brand new, kind of like eBay, you start out on eBay or any kind of social based situation or something where you're doing transactions and things. You earn a star rating. So every time you go to the free store and you donate things, you get a star. And if you're asking for something from the system, it asks for what's your star rating, and depending on the service being offered, people with higher star ratings are given preferential treatment to the people that have lower ratings. So, and I think that would be more fair than queuing up and of course depending on the service or whatever being offered. But anyway, just more musings and information for us people that are seeking to manifest a resource-based economy in their communities. This is Chris McCraw. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like and share this video with like-minded folks. Have an awesome day.